And I'm gonna go ahead and install them. And I have a little booger here because I'm sick. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is System. Welcome back to my channel. And today I will be replacing my liquid CPU cooler. Today I just got a new CPU cooler this morning, so I'm about to go ahead and install my CPU. So I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna demonstrate how I do it. So let's get to it. First, we're gonna get my computer um, out of this freaking corner over here. I need to unplug it. I have a lot of stuff in here, and by the way, I'm under the weather. I'm a little bit have the flu, so bear with me. So first things first, let's see. I'm gonna plug all my USB cords, my Ethernet cable, and my video port and HDMI ports, and also the power. There we go. Now I got the computer unplugged. A lot of freaking cables. Looks like a freaking cyberpunk 1980s anime of all the freaking cables that I have here. Out of one of them is gonna power up one of these devices and start taking life. There we go. And I'm gonna pull my computer. The freaking beast. My case is a MSI case. It's not a huge case, but it is kind of heavy. The freaking all-in-one CPU liquid cooler that I got, and be the solution that I'm looking for because of my freaking heating issues. My CPU was hitting the 80s Celsius, so I really needed to get a new one. It's getting hot out there. You know, it is summertime. So this is it, a Frozen Note 360 Black RGB all-in-one CPU liquid cooler by Thermalright. So, you know, it will fit I checked, it will fit my CPU. My CPU is it's an AM4 socket. It will fit my CPU socket. There you go. And this is my computer here, my CPU case with all the stuff. So I'm gonna take that old CPU cooler and replace it with this new one. And I would like you guys to watch the whole freaking ordeal that I'm about to take. All right, so I'm gonna put my freaking camera right here. Hopefully it's on the right angle. I'm gonna move this bananas out of the way. There we go. There we go. And I'm just gonna get it all ready. Hopefully it's in the right freaking angle. Okay. All right. There we go. First, we're gonna take this off. There we go. Just gonna set it on the side here. There we go. So this is my computer. This is the old CPU cooler, which is not cooling my CPU properly. We're gonna take off first the video card. Whoa, finally it came out. It was really freaking stuck. I don't know, something happened with the lock here. The locking mechanism of my video card. Hopefully it didn't get damaged. Holy moly. Alright, well that's a good start. Here's the video card out of the slot. And I'm not a professional, so I'm not wearing any equipment here. I'm just spraying and spraying here. So the next step will be taking off the old old liquid cooler. I'm gonna unscrew the top screws over here. I'm gonna open up now. It is time to open the box. Get it in here. Right, so that's the box right there. Alright, so first we're gonna open this thing. There we go. The frozen note. Straight out of China. Oh, this is a beast. This is a freaking beast. Right, thermal, right. Big boy here. The big boy. A big boy. Right, let's get it out. Alright, so this is the water block. Let's go ahead and install it. So I already took out the video card. This is a little lock. The what is it called? The slot locking mechanism that I had a problem with, and hopefully my video card didn't get damaged. It looks good, but you know, you never know. Or the slot, which because it was making some kind of like scratching kind of noises. Alright, so I'm gonna clean up the CPU. I'm gonna clean all the CPU from the old thermal paste. Make sure it's clean for the new water block, and make sure that I apply a lot of freaking, you know, like a lot of freaking thermal paste. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a little bit. When I started making building computers, PCs, I used to put a lot of it, and it was always a freaking mistake, and I always end up with smearing thermal paste all over the freaking motherboard. But now I learned that it's just a little bit. Okay, I was thinking, you know, more is better. You know, more is gonna, you know, make sure my CPU is gonna be, you know, cool, because of the, you know, the more paste, the better it's gonna work. But sometimes more is not good, I guess. Now the CPU is really clean. I mean, the top of the CPU, I cleaned all the old thermal paste, and now it's ready to use the new thermal paste, and we're going to install the new water block. So inside we have the, you know, the water block. Inside the box we have the water block, and we also have this handy dandy little box. Contains all the parts that we're gonna use to install the water block. So here we go. And look at that, they even have a thermal paste syringe, but I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use the one that I bought. All right, so I just wanna you guys to see that I took out all the freaking cables. Of course, you have to take all the cables and the screws from my motherboard. All right, update. So this is the manual AMD installation, and as you can see, it needs this two brackets here, side brackets to mount the water cooler on top of the CPU, which when I had my old water cooler block, I didn't need those brackets, so I panicked. I was like, I don't have them, you know, and I was lucky to come back and check my old, my motherboard box, check the insides, and I saved those two brackets and the screws, so I'm saved. I'm gonna go ahead and install them, and I'm gonna go ahead and install them. And I have a little booger here because I'm sick. Do not judge me. I'm sick, so that's why I had a tiny booger here. Okay, I took it off. And so as I was saying, I got the brackets, this little mounts that that I need to install my new water block. So there we go. I have boogers everywhere. I'm sorry if this is freaking nasty, but I'm sick. Well, let's just continue, okay? All right. So finally, I installed the two brackets that I needed. I had a little bit of problems because I didn't remember how they go, and I thought that I was placing the screws from the bottom instead of the top, and I was having some problems, but I got it done. Check it out. All right, these are the two brackets that needed to be in place so I can install the new CPU cooler. All right, so there you guys have it. All right, so according to the manual, I need this bracket right here, that bracket right there, in order to install the AMD mount. Okay, so this is the bracket mounting that I need for a AMD socket. This is an AM4. Okay, so this is the bracket. Beneath the bracket, not on the top, there's this arrow right here. And in the water block of the liquid cooler, there's a little freaking arrow right here, as you can see. You see that arrow? So you have to align those two arrows when installing them. So let's align those two arrows, and then it says turn clockwise. So and then it says turn clockwise. So there we go. So I turn it clockwise. So this is the arrow where they were aligned together. I turn it clockwise, and now it's secure. Okay, so the mounting bracket is secure into the water block, and then always remember, here it says warning, remove before installation. I've seen a lot of people that they do the mistake of not removing that plastic cover from the water block, and then they have heating issues. So make sure that you remove that plastic covering or whatever. Right, I've removed the cover. This is the water block. I'm gonna put thermal paste on top of my AMD CPU and have it ready to be mounted. All right, there we go. Arctic MX4 thermal compound. This is the one I'm gonna use. I'm not gonna use that one, the one that came. I'm pretty sure it works fine, it's perfect, but I just don't want to take my chances. I'll always use this. All right, so I have applied the thermal paste in the CPU. That's you. There you go. Nice and nice covered all the way. So now the block is gonna go, this two kind of like hinges or whatever, they're gonna go right there, and in this little place right here, they're gonna latch in here. We're gonna latch in those two places, and it's gonna be in place, and then I'm gonna have to screw it in. All right, so I thought that the new water block was gonna go on top of the case, so I panicked because it obviously it doesn't fit. So I said, okay, I'm gonna run to Best Buy and get myself a big freaking case. But that's not the case. That was not the case. So I double checked, and I'm gonna have to take out these three fans here on the front side of my case, the front side of my case, and install the water block there, which it will fit perfectly. All right. So first, I have to take out the front side of this front panel, so I can get to the screws, unscrew these three fans, and install the water block sideways here at the front of the case. Problem solved. And problem solved. All right, so I uninstalled the front panel of the case, and it has like this freaking screen, which is like really dirty. So I'm gonna have to clean it, get rid of these three fans, and install the radiator. All right, guys. All right, so there you guys have it. We're almost there. Okay, we're almost there. All right, guys. So it was a big freaking ordeal, but I was able to install the water cooler or the radiator on the front side of the case. Here we go. And I was able to attach the fan, the backside fan, and reinstall the motherboard to the case. There we go. So we're ready. All I need to do is attach the water block to the CPU. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So in the instructions, it says that this will clip in here. Just take a look at it once again. Yeah, so it says clean the CPU surface, apply optimal amount of thermal compound on CPU. Put water block on CPU, then tighten screws on both sides to secure the water block. All right, so there you guys have it. Let me just screw this in, and we're ready. All right, guys, so I'm done. I just need to attach a little bit more cables, but I'm done. I am done installing the water cooler liquid cooling system. So there we go. I'm just making sure it's sturdy. So it clamps down there. You have to unscrew this. You have to unscrew it a little bit, so it will give you some slack here, so you can put this latch in the bracket, and then you tighten it. That's how you do it. And it's good. There you guys have it. I'm gonna finish it off and try it out. So I'm gonna finish it out and try it out. It's done. System, peace out. See you in a little bit. Okay, so I finished setting up all the components of the PC. It's ready, and I'm gonna fire it up. All right, guys. So this is a moment of truth. We're gonna see if my computer is running. It took me for a while, but mission complete. Let's check it out on my computer. There we go. Looks like everything's running good. That is the cooler right there, the radiator. And that is the block. There you guys have it. Okay, so here I want you guys to see the radiator with the 3 fans in front of the case running smoothly. And we have the block there, the water block, and everything's working smoothly. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Send any comments if you like. If you have any questions, let me know. Peace out. This is System. Hasta la vista.